right, guys, let's continue talking about how to change your mindset in order to be successful. Today, I want to talk about feeling successful and imagining yourself being successful. When you feel successful, if you've ever had that experience, you stand up a little straighter, you breathe a little differently. When you walk out in public, you feel strong, you feel good. But when you're feeling bad, you're feeling like nothing's working out, maybe you have some negativity, you might slouch your shoulders, you don't breathe as well, you have kind of this kind of look to you, and people will notice that. You know, they're going to kind of stay away from you. But a person who walks with their chest sticking out and their shoulders up high and good posture, and it looks like they're just, you know, sure of themselves and they've got power, people are going to be attracted to that. In order to help reach success, you got to feel like it, even when you're failing. Now, I'm not saying be delusional into thinking I'm a success when you're not, but I mean try to imagine what it feels like to be successful, and let it become a part of you. Feel like, okay, you know, take a look at the things in your life. There's got to be something that worked out, and look at your successes and say, okay, I sent a solo ad out today. Even though I wanted, 5 sales, I made 1. So I did succeed in making a sale. Okay, that's good. In the meanwhile, I built my list. I just added 50 new people to my list. Okay, that's great. Instead of looking at it as, oh, God, all I made was 1 sale. All that does is pay for the solo ad. I didn't even make a profit here. This sucks. How the hell am I going to make it? Well, now those 50 people you added, if you can do the proper email marketing, you may make money off of them, which means that you'll make your money back. Not only that, but the more people you add to your list, the better. So you have a jumping point. Either case here, you know, whatever your business is, you want to try to feel successful. I'm going to give you a little, before I go, because this isn't a topic we need to spend a lot of time with. My brother, I always accused him of overspending. You know, that he was going to dig himself a hole because he would buy whatever he wants when he wants. It didn't matter. He wanted the new PlayStation, he would get it every time the new one gets released. I mean, what are they on now? 5, 6, 7, 200? You know, PlayStation 200. It's invisible now. But he would buy it. You know, he wanted a big screen TV. He went for the big 70-inch screen TV. He wanted a car, his dream car. He got his dream car. He didn't let anything hold himself back. And I thought it was foolish. I thought you're just going to put yourself in a hole. But he truly believed that it would work out. He believed he'd be able to pay for it, that he would get the money to do it. That's his mindset. And guess what? It always works out for him. It always works out for him. He couldn't afford to pay the mortgage on his house. So, as it turned out, the house his wife grew up in was available. Her father had been living in the house, but he couldn't take care of it, so he moved into the basement, into an apartment down there, which means the rest of the house was available. So, my brother moved in. He and his family moved into that house. Well, meanwhile, he's still got this other house that he can't pay the mortgage on. Well, they did a short sale. Guess what happened during the short sale? They actually made money. I believe he made like $10,000 from the sale of that house. A house that he had stopped paying the mortgage on. With that $10,000, he paid off his car, his dream car, and a few of his credit cards. It all worked out for him. Why? Because he doesn't let himself be held down by failure, by negativity. He believes that it's going to be okay. He will have the money to pay it. It'll work out somehow. So he just does it. And I always thought it was reckless. But in his case, it wasn't, because he had the right mindset. Somehow he just attracted money. I mean, how many people cannot afford to pay their mortgage? They are forced to sell their house with a short sale and still make a lot of money on the back end. And not only that, it was enough money to pay his car off. This was a sports car, a fancy car, an expensive car. And he paid it off. He doesn't have to worry about losing his house because guess what? The house he moved in is paid off already. There's no mortgage. So he doesn't have a mortgage. He doesn't have a car payment. I, on the other hand, am the opposite. I don't have confidence that things will work out. If I look at everything like the definition of insanity, if I'm running solo ads every single day and I'm not making any sales, in my opinion, I just wasted all that money. I don't look at it as how many people I added to my list. I look at it like, you know, I just spent all this money. I have no faith that I'm going to make money with this list. I have no faith that these solo ads are going to work. It's a loss. So I get negative about it. I don't buy my dream car. I've owned the same vehicle now for over 13 years. The thing's falling apart. I mean, it still drives really nicely and doesn't break down, but the rest of it's falling apart. But I can't go take that chance. I don't have that mindset that he has. That's what I'm working on now. That's why I'm making these videos. We're going to go through this together, changing our mindset. So instead of thinking it's not going to work out, we need to think it is going to work out. Somehow it'll work out. Somehow this will happen. Right now, as I record this video, I face the possibility of them foreclosing on my home. I have never told you that I'm rich. Never. Not in any of my videos. All I've told you is that I make money from home. And that is true. I do make money from home. I make money every week from home. But I'm not making a lot of money from home. I'm not at a point yet where I don't have to worry about bills. And not only that, because of what happened after I lost my job, I fell into a deep abyss. So it's taking a lot for me to get out of it. So I have to change my mindset and believe that I will not lose my home, that I will somehow save this home, that what I'm doing will work. For a while, I had been making these videos for a while now, and I wasn't getting any leads from them. Now I get leads every single day. I get people signing up who watch my videos and sign up to my capture pages. So it took a while for it to happen, and even though after a while I thought it's never going to happen, that I'm wasting my time, and I considered not making videos anymore. But now it's working. I hung in there. Now it's working. People are signing up every day. People are commenting on my blog post. I have blog posts on different websites, and those are getting activity. Things are starting to pick up. It just took some time, that's all. So it's all about changing your mindset. Next week, we're going to do a quick overall of everything I talked about and put it all together. And hopefully you will go through each of the episodes I've done, do them in order, and practice each one. You don't have to do it all at once. But the whole purpose here is to reach success and do it by changing the way you think. Because it matters. It really does. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Please be sure to subscribe by clicking here. And hey, while you're at it, visit my site here for lots of cool content and yes, some free stuff. Hey, who doesn't love free stuff? I don't. Shut up.